Okay, I have found a Thai restaurant. Yay, yummy. It is so windy out here today. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, right now I'm outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in a little town called Noonan. And it's a little historic town. And I stumbled upon this Thai restaurant, so I am going to get me some red curry. I'm going to have lunch with my mother today. And hopefully, since it's a lunch menu, I'll get a couple of extra things, like either a salad or soup or roll or something included with my lunch purchase, because that's always fun. That's one of the best things about eating, I guess, lunch off a lunch menu, is that you can get a couple extra things and try extra, foods that you probably wouldn't normally order if you were eating off a dinner menu. So keep that in mind when you're traveling to kind of, if you want to try some new foods, to maybe just go out to eat for your lunch instead of your dinner. Okay, we just got our salad and our soup, and this right here is a Thai salad. This one has a ginger dressing on it, but it's typically served with a peanut dressing, which is absolutely divine. I love a peanut dressing, and it's kind of spicy sometimes. And then here is my coconut milk soup. I usually order a tom yum soup, but because it's the lunch entree, they have just a coconut soup that they're serving with this meal. And in this coconut milk soup, it has lime juice and homemade chilies, roasted garlic, fresh mushrooms, and a dash of green onions. So, typically it has a little bit of heat to it. So, and I don't mean temperature heat. It is hot, but it also has some kick to it, a little spice. So, all right. Okay, this soup is so good. I love it. I love coconut milk. And to make your food taste 10 times better, always go when you're really hungry, like me. Oh, there's a good little caper lime leaf right in there. It adds such a good flavor. That is why, that's why it tastes so good, I'm sure. I eat this all winter. I have a wonderful recipe. I have to cook that this winter. And I get my caper lime leaves and some coconut milk out of the pantry and some Thai peppers out of the freezer. It's so good. So always try your coconut milk soup. If you've not ever tried it, try it. It's really good. Okay, they just brought the Massaman curry. And of course I have some jasmine rice here, which is always what's served with your Thai food. And in Massaman curry, you will usually have potato. And this is a coconut-based sauce, and cashews, and avocado, and onion. And this one, they actually included carrots in this in their version. And then I ordered mine with shrimp. A lot of times you'll find variations of this recipe, but if I ever see that it has cashews in it with the avocado and onions, that's when I order it. But I don't usually. Sometimes they'll try to substitute peanuts and stuff like that, and this is actually the best way I like to have it served. This is so good. I'm so hungry. Okay, that was a wonderful meal. I'm so glad we had Thai for lunch today. And I did want to reiterate too that when you are traveling, make sure that you check out restaurants that have a lunch menu, because it makes it so much more affordable to try new foods. You don't have one huge portion of something that you're going to have to get a takeout box for, and then you have to order appetizers and stuff like that too, just to try a variety of different foods at a restaurant. So, this is just a typical Thai restaurant. Most of the foods taste all the same at Thai restaurants. I have my favorite is downtown Atlanta, and there's one that I really enjoy going to. It's kind of set apart from the rest, and maybe one of these days I'll shoot a video on that one, because that one is really special. But anyway, all right, thanks for watching.
We should not have deposit insurance. Americans do a lot of research before they buy a microwave oven or, a plasma TV or a car. They read consumer reports. They do a lot to make sure they're buying the right product. But no one does any research. They'll put $10,000 in a bank, and they'll just pick the one closest to their house. Nobody cares, because the government says it doesn't matter, because if your bank is doing stupid things with your money and they lose it, well, you're bailed out. Now, if we had no deposit insurance, that wouldn't be the case. Banks would compete based on who's the safest, who's got the most conservative loan portfolio. But right now, if a bank tried to compete on safety, if a bank said, put your money in our bank because we don't make any risky loans, oh, and by the way, because we're not making any risky loans, we got to charge a little extra for our checking accounts, and we're going to have to pay you a little lower interest on your CDs. People are going to say, well, drop dead then. I'm not going to bank with you. I'm going to go with a bank that's taking more risk, because after all, I don't care about the risk because the government's got me covered. So we've got to get the government out of the moral hazard creation business. We need people to be responsible. We need bankers to be responsible, which means we need to get the government out of the subsidy business.